Good morning, guys. I've been getting questions all about the bad boy rogue here, and one of them is how does it do in taller, thick grass and also in wet grass. We've been getting so many rains this year, and we got more rains coming, so I have to mow what I can mow when I can mow it. So I'm at a place this morning. Actually, I keep the yard mowed every couple of weeks. At this house, nobody lives here, it's vacant, but they want me to keep the yard up. And this is the kind of yards I start out with in the morning when it's wet, because it really don't matter if it leaves a few plots stowed out there because nobody's actually living here. But I thought I'd make a video today, try to get some shots of me mowing. I'm going to show y'all how tall this grass is. And I'm going to be mowing with the blade all the way down. If you ain't seen the video on the Rogue, this is the Rogue with the Kawasaki 1000 EFI on it. Now some of you may wonder why I'm mowing the grass wet. Like I said, I got to mow what I can mow when I can mow, because it's 7 o'clock this morning and I'm going to be mowing till dark, and I've been mowing till dark the last 3 days, and I still got another day to go after today, and then they saying rain for the next 5 days again. By the time the rain gets through raining, it'll be time to do the 27, 28 yards all over again, back to back. So I don't know how well y'all can see on camera how thick and how tall the grass gets. And this has actually only been 10 days since I mowed it. I try to mow from 10 to 14 days, the best I can hit them with the weather on my 2-week yards. And most of the yards I mow is 2-week yards, and now most of them don't look quite this growed up, but with all that rain this year, I really need to be mowing about every 8 days. But people just trying to stretch their money and they don't want to go that far. And I understand that. So I'm going to get off here, get on that mower, and I'm going to try to do some videoing off the mower and some of me mowing and do what I can do. I've never done the video trying to record while I'm on the mower. sticking up like that. Look over here, them things is about 3 foot tall above the grass. Sometimes it just knocks them over. And I do know that my blade should have been caged this morning. Like I cut a yard yesterday before the storm had come through, and I cut a whole bunch of limbs, so I know my blade's going to start to today. Guys, one of the greatest tips I can give y'all, and it really applies to tractors, any kind of engine, and it would be best to do it for our automobiles, but when you've been mowing hard like this, don't run up there and just kill your engine. That's not good for them. But also I want to make a correction I said about this yard here. This yard we try to go, I got 4 yards that we try to go 3 weeks before we mow them. Or they want me to go 3 weeks if I can. But right now with all this rain, I told y'all wrong information a while ago. This has actually been 14 days since this has been mowed, because we normally try to go 3 weeks on this yard just because the lady's trying to upkeep her mom's home until they decide what they're going to do with it. So I wanted to correct myself on that. I got 4 yards that people just, you know, they just want to keep it under control, so we try to go 3 weeks, but when it's raining like this, I just tell them, I said, look, I can't wait 3 weeks. Y'all seen how tall and thick the grass is. Now, yes, I am mowing it wet this morning, and it does clump up. You ain't gonna get by with no clumping, not no grass this tall. But I only do that on yards like this. But guys, I'm using my little V-bore cam right here. I've never done that before, so I clipped it on the bucket right there. And I'm sure it's gonna be doing some shaking, but y'all probably gonna be feeling like y'all riding on a tilt-a-whirl. Also, I tried to show some footage of how the grass comes out, how this bad boy throws this thick wet grass. In case you're in the market for a mower, it may help you make a decision. And just like that big Kawasaki 1000, I'm only running 3/4, maybe slightly over 3/4 throttle. The only time I've ever had to run this engine full throttle, it was real thick. I'm talking about thick clover. And clover, even when it's hot, dry today, it's still wet, like mowing wet grass, because clover holds so much moisture. It's just gonna clump. I don't care what it is when it's real tall and thick. Now again, some of you watch my videos and know, I mean, I mow like camps and I mow equipment yards. So the quality of when I mow, the grass is so big, it ain't like trying to mow a pristine yard. We live out here in the rural, and even the yards I mow, like I said, I ain't got but 1 yard this year that I mow weekly. The rest of them's what we call 2-week yards. So the people, it ain't like in a city where you trying to keep everything just pristine and pretty. We just trying to, they just want their grass done. Now the people out in the rural country that mows their yards, their own yards, usually mow them once a week, you know, keep the grass really short, looking good. But people that wants to pay for yard mowing, and I understand it's too expensive to go weekly, so they just trying to keep their place from, you know, looking pretty decent. Now I keep the limbs trimmed, and y'all see around all this stuff that I use Roundup on places that people don't care that I use it, because to keep the price down on them. Because if I had to come in here and weed eat around, I bet it's I don't know, I bet it's 100 trees on this property that I'm mowing. I'm just mowing on the north end here with y'all today. But what I'm finna do, I'm finna put my mask on, cause I always wear a mask. I'm gonna try to clip this on my head and take y'all for a little more ride here at the end. But I appreciate y'all, and if you're in the market for a bad boy mower and you live around my area, stop by Brumley's repair up there at Oak Grove. They the bad boy dealers. And if you ain't nowhere in my area, go check out the bad boys. And if you got grass that you mow to stick like this, I'm gonna tell you, the bad boy cut her down. But y'all have a great day and a blessed week. Let's go take you a ride, and I bet you're gonna feel like you're on a tilt-a-whirl. Well, grass is growing in the hot summer sun. Out in the shed, she's ready for some fun. Tank full of gas, she's waiting for me. real power and some to spare. Just look at them tires. Reminds me of a little W. I think my mower's sexy. She likes it when I turn her on. Always waiting on me just to mow my lawn. Well, we do it in the morning, noon and night. She always performs for me. You think my mower's sexy? She likes it when I turn her on. Always waiting on me just to mow my lawn. And her deck's made from 4-inch steel, 61 inches, cutting she will. Turns on a dime every time. Her Kawasaki engine's one of the best in the industry. Think my mower's sexy. She likes it when I turn her on. Always wait